It was a Sunday morning. I was clarifying my doubts I had in the chapter Shadows and Lights with my dad. It was nice to get to know a lot of facts about shadows and reflections. And then I had a nice time watching a Mickey Mouse cartoon through the mirror, where Mickey had a dream that he travels through the mirror. I never knew that that evening was going to be a very mysterious one. My family went out for a drive in our car. My brother was entertaining us how he was imagining himself riding a rocket even while sitting in the back seat. Smiling to myself, I was gazing at the rearview mirror. All of a sudden, I saw myself falling into the mirror. I kept falling and turning back. I could see the car going in the reverse, becoming smaller and smaller all the time. And then I turned forward and realized that I was in space. I just wondered how it takes so many years for astronauts to reach space. But here I was in a few seconds. How lovely it was to see all the planets. They looked like big balls revolving in their orbits. An idea flashed in my mind. Why not to change their positions? I just lifted Mercury just so close to the Sun and placed it in Neptune's orbit. And then I placed Neptune in Jupiter's orbit. As I turned around, I saw the naughty Mars moving out of its orbit, so I had to catch it and place it back carefully in its orbit. And I patted the huge ball of fire, our very own sun. It felt so warm in my hand. And then I felt so selfish of Saturn to have rings of its own, so I took a pair and put it around Venus. And then I left my hands inside Jupiter's atmosphere to clear its storms and threw away a few rocks from the asteroid belt, which was so dirty. As I placed each planet on my hand, they still rotated on their own axis on my palm, and it felt so ticklish, and it looked like it was spinning like a top. I saw a numerous number of stars around me and so many constellations. And that gave me a plan to make my own constellation. So I gathered many stars and made my own name with those. I felt so proud for having made my own constellation. I was attracted towards the most beautiful planet in our solar system, our very own Earth, a live blue jewel amongst the vast infinite dark silence. I had to go through a lot of space junk mesh we have created all around me before I could enter its atmosphere. Wow, what a view! I selected a nice comfy cloud seat to have a look at the earth below. What a comfy soft cloud bed. But alas, I slept on it. But my sleep did not last long. I felt my bed slowly getting cold and wet. Before I could make out what it was, my cloud bed fell down as rain and dumped me into the earth's ocean. Splash! As I tried coming out of the ocean, oh my heavens, I was stuck between the parallels and the meridians. There came King Neptune, the god of oceans, to rescue me and safely help me out of them. As I was having a funny talk with him, I felt my tummy rumbling, and that's when King Neptune invited me deep down into the ocean for lunch. A seahorse took me on its back, but I felt prickly and itchy, so there came a smooth and slithery dolphin which took me deep into the ocean. There I was served with a meal of sea cucumbers from the sea. Mmm, yummy. Later, I said my farewells to the ocean creatures, and getting onto the pearl shaped boat provided by King Neptune, which was painted with the tint of a rainbow, I started rowing in the direction pointed out by him. I reached a strange island, which was actually a floating island, which was being pulled around by a pod of whales. I was amazed to see a strange family there. As I was the first visitor in that island, they decided to hold a feast in my honor. A girl there who was of my age gifted me with a beautiful conch and took me to her room to get ready for the feast. I washed myself in a tortoiseshell wash basin and dried myself using a coconut fiber towel. But when I looked into the mirror to straighten my hair, I felt myself being drawn into the mirror again. I looked back to see that astonished girl getting farther and farther away. This time I closed my eyes, turned around, and felt a cold breeze hitting my face. I opened my eyes to see that I was sitting in the car, leaning on the window, and it was the air from the air conditioner hitting my face. I was back. I thought I had been sleeping and dreaming until I found this strange until I found the strange conch in my pocket that I remembered I had been gifted by that girl on that island. Thank you.